Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I'm back again with some very instructive chess games with viewers. I'll be taking an unrated rapid challenge from viewers. I'll be taking unrated rapid challenges from viewers. So if you're watching, you want to play me, just send me a challenge. Just make sure it is unrated and rapid, 10 minutes rapid. Opponent is going for the Sicilian. I want to do the Smith-Morra Gambit. Let's see what my opponent knows about it. Let's see what my opponent knows about the Gambit. Opponent declines it. Opponent saying, bro, I do not want to be part of your Gambit, or rather stay away from the Gambit. Alright, let's go here. This bishop is looking at the wall here. Let's go here. I'm also looking at just pushing pawn forward. Let's say I push pawn forward, opponent captures here. This would be hanging immediately. Playing a move like this comes to mind. Just trying to pile up on this part of the board. Let's go here. Let's see what opponent comes up with. I'm looking at pushing this pawn forward here and asking my opponent, what are you up to? Okay, let's push this pawn forward. Let's proceed with asking our questions. And capture here. Opponent should capture here, or what are they going to play? Capturing here should be the way to go. Guys, you are watching, you want to play me, you know the drill. Just send me an unrated rapid challenge. Unrated challenge, and we have a game. Opponent is hitting me that way. And this is defended. Right, let's defend this way. Let's defend this way. I know my opponent wants to pile. You always want to ask yourself, why did my opponent play that move? I think my opponent wants to play a move like this and just double up on my bishop, which is not really a big deal. But okay, now that's a bad move, guys. I know this move looks very tempting, but you want to ask yourself, can I really play it? Okay, I would like to say that's a bad move, but maybe it is not. It's not as bad as I want it to be. Ooh, yes. This guy, a genius, I guess. If I capture here, my opponent captures here. And it comes with a threat. Hope this game is not rated. Let's look. Please just send me an unrated game. Let's go capture here. Opponents can capture here. And my queen is overloaded, I guess. I'm looking at this and I'm also looking at this. So, which is not really good. And one other bad thing here is that my opponent is threatening to go here checkmate, which is not something I really want. I also want. I do not want that, but I need to respond to it. At the end of the day, I think I'm winning a pawn, which is just good for me. It's just good for me that I am winning a pawn. Let's go here. Ooh, maybe we get it with this move. Let's see what opponent comes up with here. Getting hit with this move won't surprise me, but I think I can just go back here. I'm up a pawn, and this is not. Hello, welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome. It's my bro. Hey, bro, my ID is just send me challenge. Don't send me your ID. I do not really need your ID. A challenge is what I need. Just send a challenge. 10 minutes unrated game. So let's see what my opponent hits me with here. One good thing is that this is not opposite colored bishop endgame. See, so if all the pieces are leaving the board, it's not going to be very drawish. All the pieces leave the board, it is not going to be very drawish. Opponent is playing some chess here, guys. Opponent is playing some chess. I want to play a move like this. That's begging for trouble. A move like this also comes to mind, which also looks like begging for trouble. This is an active move, but if I play a move, okay, I think I should play that move. I think I should play that move. Oh, but my opponent has this move, guys. This guy is giving me a game. The guy is giving me a game. For a 1-2, this is an impressive game, I guess. Let's go here. This is hanging. Looks like at the end of the day, I might end up losing a pawn. But let's see what my opponent is going to do here. Let's see what my opponent is going to do here. So let's see what my opponent is interested in here. I thought they would capture this pawn, but they did not. Which is something I'm okay with. Okay with them not capturing there. So let's see how they proceed here. I have the threat of just winning this pawn, and maybe a threat I should just go for. Maybe a move I should go for. Look at what my opponent played. That move looks logical, but this is hanging. That is hanging. That piece is hanging. So how do I take advantage of that? Sacrificing here comes to mind, and then landing a check here, and then trying to win material here. That's a move. That's a move. But do we have something else? Let's go for it. That's what my opponent is interested in doing here now. Let's see what my opponent is interested in here. Simply saying, dear opponent, what are you interested in now? Can we play rapid unrated? Yes, we can play rapid unrated. Yes, we can. Just send me a challenge after this game. After this game, send me a challenge. Just make sure the challenge is unrated. Opponent is burning time, trying to figure it out. I realize that's not the most difficult move to find on the board. I realize that. I do not like what I'm seeing here. Let's go here again. Just trying to keep the threat alive. Keep the threat alive. So let's see what my opponent finally decide to play here again. The threat now is simple. Land the check here. I'm seizing the initiative from my opponent. Is my opponent going to figure out what I'm planning? So opponent going to figure out what I'm planning here. Okay, I see some friend requests coming, guys. Keep the friend requests coming. Keep the friend requests coming. Opponent is thinking, which is good. In this kind of position, this is not the kind of position where you just blitz out the first move that comes to your mind. This is not the kind of position, and my opponent knows that. I should have won a pawn this way. I think I would have won a pawn this way. Capture here, ask my opponent to capture this way, and then play the other move. But maybe I'm not interested in winning pawns that way. Let's see. Let's see what opponent is interested in. One good thing here is that I've actually forced my opponent to move the pawns in front of their king. That's one thing I think I can say I have done really well. Okay, I can land a check here and then a check here. But looks like I'm getting nothing with all of that check. Looks like I'm getting nothing with that check. So what if we go, let's say here, asking my opponent to decide where they are going to put the queen. That move looks really good. Not a move I like here. Let's go here. What if we go here? I just want to make sure I don't get caught with okay, if my opponent captures here, it doesn't work. My opponent captures here, it doesn't work. So let's go here. Just want to make sure I'm not falling for something here. And I fell for something, guys. I did fail for something. I did fail for something. What's going on with me? I can't be losing games like that. I fell for something here. Oh, I was completely winning that game. Let's go here. Let's do the Smith-Morra Gambit. Let's see what my opponent is going to do about it. We have the Smith-Morra Gambit on the board. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing very well. Isla? I'm doing very well. How about you? Let's go here. That was a GG. Glad to hear that. Yes. Hope you are doing very well as well. Wow. That was a good game from you. The guy I just lost to. GG's. By the way, do you stream regularly? Yes, I stream every day, but not on Twitch. Stream every day on YouTube. Let's castle here. I shouldn't be losing to 1-2, guys. I shouldn't be doing that. And not like that. Not those one kind of one move blunders. Can we play after this? You are in the chat asking. Send me a challenge. That's the instruction. Send me a challenge. The last game, I just caught this guy off guard. I caught him off guard. I struck him with something he wasn't expecting. But then I found a way. Okay, I got disconnected. I didn't find a way to lose the game in the usual fashion. This time I just got disconnected. Let's pin this. This is a very nasty pin. Very nasty pin. That's a pin my opponent doesn't really appreciate. It doesn't appreciate the pin. But I'm saying, what can you do about it? Alright, best of luck for streaming. Thank you. Capturing there, I'm not going to. Let's go for this. Let's go for another evil pin here. Opponent wants me to capture here, and they can even afford to capture this way. They can capture with their queen, just unwinding from this entanglement. This is a very nasty pin. My opponent is not happy about the pin, and I know that. I'm looking at doubling up on this pawn and winning the pawn. Opponent doesn't want to castle, but a lot of people do this. A lot of people do this. The problem with not castling is that You have not played chess before. You can try chess. You can try chess. You'll just fall in love with the game. This game looks fun to me. I also tried this game. Should I? You can try the game. It's going to be a fun game. It is a fun game and a very interesting game. Bro, I know you want to play as aggressive as you can, but bro, what is this? What is this? Moto Beastful. You do not want to be castling into chaos. This part of the board is already open towards your king. This is asking for trouble. It is asking for trouble. I don't know why you are doing it. But one thing I know for sure is that you are asking for trouble. That's one thing I know. Let's start going crazy on this part of the board. Let's go crazily crazy. Capturing here, I'm no longer interested in. And getting my opponent to push pawn on the side that your king is on, I think it's something I want. Might be something I really want. So let's see. Now I'm looking at pushing another pawn here. This is called a hook in chess. Now I'm looking at pushing another pawn here, and if I'm able to get another pawn here, opponent would have to respond to it. Playing a move like this looks good. Let's go. We are going crazy on this part of the board, and I'm not really asking myself, what is my opponent doing? Opponent castled into fire, and the fire might burn them. Fire might burn my opponent here. Ooh, opponent would love to capture here. You do not have that move. You just don't have the move. Oh, what if we go here? I do not want to trade. That's one thing. I do not want to trade the rooks. I think I prefer the rooks on this file. If I can roll another rook here, just pile up on the files, should be good. Piling up on the files should be good. Opponent wants to trade my bishop that is sleeping at home. Let's trade it. Okay, the bishop is not really sleeping at home. I thought it was. It's not really sleeping at home. Let's go here. If this attacked. Opponent is getting back. Surprisingly, I need to find a way to make use of this piece. For now, the piece seems not to be doing anything. For now, that piece looks like it's not doing anything. Capturing here comes to mind. Capturing there doesn't really do much. This pin also doesn't do much. So what if we go here now, trying to get our pawn back? Trying to get this pawn back. I suspect my opponent might want to start playing moves like this. Hitting my queen. Oh, opponent has that. Oh, she. Not the biggest fan of the position anymore. I let my opponent untangle. And this is a mess, guys. What am I doing against these low-rated players? Yeah, welcome to the channel. Hi, hello, Superman or Supman. Welcome to the channel. Happy to see you here. Okay, opponent is no longer pinned. So let's go here. I need to make sure this is defended. And for now, I think I'm defending it very well. Opponent is up a pawn. Opponent pieces are much more active than mine. So opponent has a better position. An opponent strikes me with that move. Not a move I really want on the board, but a move that is not really doing much, I guess. Maybe we can say so. I'm hitting the queen and I'm asking the queen some questions. Simply saying, dear queen, if you don't mind, can you move somewhere? My opponent control of this file is very annoying. Let's try to challenge for the file. Let's challenge my opponent for the file. Say, bro, give me that file. Give me that file. Let's control for the file. We cannot allow my opponent to just sit on the file and do nothing about it. Go away. All right, let's go here. I'm hitting this. So let's see what my opponent is going to do here. I'm hitting this. I'm just threatening to capture here and gain a pawn. So I'm interested in seeing what my opponent is going to do here. And there's really no easy way to defend this, I guess. Brother, how do you think in chess? Think about my opponent's move and try to come up with my own plan. That's how I think in chess. Whenever your opponent makes a move, you want to ask yourself, why did my opponent play that? I'm just going to capture here. I think my opponent just made a tactical mistake there. Yes, I think so. And then I capture here. And just like that. And just like that. And just like that, I'm up the exchange. These pawns are so sad. And they're about to start dropping like flies. Pawns are about... It's going to take my opponent at least 3 moves to defend this pawn. It's going to take me 1 move, and this pawn is dropping on the next move. So I do not think my opponent is on time to bring this into the game to defend the pawn. Yes. Okay, but opponent can attack something else, which is also very interesting. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Hit that move. If I capture here, that's checkmate. Opponent noticed that I blundered checkmate a lot. And opponent is simply saying, bro, let's see if you blunder checkmate here again. Let's just go away here. Opponent is going to capture here, I guess. I'm going to capture here. Oh my goodness me. Opponent is defending this tactically. The guy has become tactical all of a sudden. Guy is now the tactical champion. Problem is, if I capture here, opponent has this fork. Opponent has this move at the end. Why am I struggling to draw this arrow? Opponent has this move at the end and I lose material. And losing material is not something I'm interested in right now. I'm not interested in losing material here. So let's see. This is how I think in chess. This is how I think in chess. What was my plan earlier? My plan is to play a move like this, capture here. But then my opponent made a move. And because my opponent made a move, I have to reevaluate the position again and ask myself, can I really capture there? And just like that, I realize I can't capture there again. Because while you are making your moves, your opponent is also thinking and trying to come up with a plan. So you always want to watch out for that. Let's kick this evil away. Simply saying there, evil, go away. There, evil, just go away. All right. I'm being very careful, Capturing here comes to mind, capturing here, removing the defender of this. So let's see what my opponent plays. If my opponent lands a check here, I really do not mind. Because I think my rook is going to beat this knight Look at my opponent, guys. Just take a look at this guy. How is this guy coming up with all of these plans? These guys, they just become a beast all of a sudden when they're about to lose. How is the guy coming out with all of these plans? Should I be worried? Let's say I capture here. If I capture here, what if my opponent goes here? Okay, let's say I capture here. What if my opponent goes here? I do not think that's something I should worry about. What? Okay. But I think I then have to capture this way. I think I have to capture this way. If my opponent plays a move like this, I can go back here, just block the check. Okay, I was almost panicking. I do not think this discovered attack does anything. But you want to watch out to make sure it actually doesn't do nothing. I'm looking at capturing here. Opponent opens up a discovered attack here. My queen is here hanging, but I can bring the queen here. That's one. Okay, I capture here. What other discovered attack? Opponent has this. I can block with this. I think I should be fine. Let's grab here. I need a virtual chess academy for my 7 and 5-year-old. What did my opponent strike with? Okay, saw that coming, guys. I saw that coming. Saw all of that coming. You can message me on chess.com and we can talk more about it. Mind if I play a game with you when you are ready? Just send a challenge. Send a challenge. Bro is just landing checks, but they're just checks. They are just checks. If opponent captures here, I feel like just capturing here. I feel like just capturing the queen and just going into an end game and winning my end game. But I think this should also be okay. Let's go here. Up 2 pawns. Up 2 pawns. Problem is my opponent could create maybe a pass pawn. Opponent can create a pass pawn. Let's pin that. I think I want to defend the pawn. Let's hold on to the pawn for as long as I can. Let's go. Okay, let's go. We need activity. The rooks need files. Opponent has 2 pass pawns. I have 1, but let's make sure my king goes there to support. I'm just going to... Okay. I'm going to start pushing this pawn. And this pawn is a very... it's usually a very difficult pawn for the knight to hold on to. Let's do that. Now my opponent is forced to play moves like that. A check here comes to mind. Okay, checks here my opponent doesn't give me. I'm just going to grab here. And then we push another pawn forward here. What do we do with pass pawns? We push them. Pass pawns should run. Run, run, run. Pass pawn should run. Pass pawns should run. Okay, we have the ant guy. I can't even beat a low-rated player. Can I beat the ant guy? I cannot even beat low-rated players. I haven't lost to a 1-2. Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's go here. Is my opponent going to capture here? Okay, opponent doesn't capture. I think opponent is going for some gambit in the French defense. And I know, but I'll just try not to be greedy. When your opponent hits you with a gambit, you want to be very careful. Yes, tough game. I'm too slow. You played very well. You played very well. You played very well. I think at some point you were even winning. The position was better for you, but this is a pawn I can capture Now, no, I can't really capture now. You can just count. I have 2 pieces attacking. Opponent has 2 pieces defending. But that's not really a pawn I'm really interested in capturing. I just want to castle my king and stay away from the grandmaster preparation that my opponent has prepared. Opponent captured there. Capturing here comes to mind, but I can just ignore and castle. If my opponent captures here, I think I can just capture here. One thing is that this pawn might just be overextended. And when I start attacking the pawn, my opponent might not have an easy way to defend the pawn. This pawn break also comes to mind. This pawn break comes to mind, but the challenge with playing a move like this is that my opponent can capture here. And after this, maybe capture here. And look at my king side. I have 2 pawns sitting here. That's not going to be really good. Okay, the ant-man has gone into a deep thought. Ant guy is not playing. Yeah, ant-man. Okay, now we can capture here, capture here. I want to put a bishop here. I want to put a bishop here. Let's put it here. If my opponent captures here now, I can just capture here and I should be fine. If my opponent captures here, I capture with my bishop. In the French defense, if this light square bishop is usually not your best piece. The problem here is that if I capture here, my opponent captures here, and maybe I play some random moves like this, my opponent can capture here, and my pawn structure is not going to be the best pawn structure to have. So I'm watching out. Maybe I will just defend this way. Maybe I play a move like this. Opponent captures, and I'm happy to recapture this way. That's my bad bishop, so I'm happy to give it up. That's not my best bishop on the board. Opponent bishop is about to start looking at the wall here. This bishop is not looking very well. It's not looking too good. Okay, maybe I should go here. Just try to ruin the pawn structure on the king side. Just go for some nasty minority attack here. But let's say I play a move like the opponent should not capture there. And if I capture here, maybe opponent captures this way. I suspect my opponent is interested in playing a move like this first. Just trying to overprotect this pawn and also develop a piece. Okay, now that my opponent captures there, I'm happy to recapture this way. And now I have a pass pawn now. I have a pass pawn now that opponent maybe should not worry about, but should watch out for. Pushing this pawn forward still comes to mind, but that might just be giving my opponent a pass pawn. This pass pawn. Maybe I do not want to give them that pass pawn. Moving the bishop here also comes to mind. Trying to gain a tempo on the rook, saying there, evil rook. If you do not mind, move away. Opponent's thinking very well. I have the time advantage, but I need to get a position that I can play, because if I try too much to flag my opponent might get a position where even though I have 5-minute time advantage, it just would not matter. So we need to find good moves on the board. Very important. Need to find good moves. I'm looking at going for this fight. This pawn feels like a lonely pawn. If I trade it, my opponent has a pass pawn. Oh, there's a lot of trouble, yeah. A lot of unnecessary trouble here. Okay, I'm looking at playing a move like this. Just putting the bishop on a more active square. Maybe bring the bishop back here. But the moment I play a move like this, my opponent can develop their rook, and it comes with a tempo. Comes with a tempo on my bishop. Maybe I can develop mine as well. I'm looking at let's play moves like this. Let's try to activate our pieces. Now this bishop is looking at this square, and I'm looking at playing a move like this, just trying to pile up here. Although my opponent can easily defend against all of that. Do not really mind. I do not really mind. Let's go here. But I would love to move my queen now and have the rooks connected, so that if my opponent decides to capture my rook, maybe I move this in the future and my opponent decides to capture there, I have something else I can capture. A move like this looks interesting, and a move like that doesn't really do much, because you cannot really give up your queen here for the bishop. You do not want to do that. So let's see what my opponent comes. Okay, opponent play that. Let's do this. I love this. That's just a fork. Opponent was bragging about the bishop pair earlier. Ooh. Or maybe not anymore. Maybe they can still brag about it, guys. Just maybe, just maybe. Now this bishop is sad, guys. What did I do there? What did I just do there? What did I just do there? A move like this comes to mind, but this is a pin, guys. It is a very nasty pin. It is a very nasty pin. I have to move this somewhere. Capturing here comes to mind, and maybe I should capture there first. Just take away my opponent's bishop pair, and then I play a move like this. So that if opponent attacks me, I can just move this somewhere. Let's take away the bishop pair. This bishop is looking at a wall right now. If my opponent captures there, it does nothing. Let's do this. Oh, look at me. Look at me. Take a look at me. Oh my goodness. What did I just play there? Guys, my opponent doesn't even see it. Guys, my opponent did not see it. Did you see what just happened there? Did you see what just happened there? That was hanging, guys. That was just hanging. That was just hanging. And my opponent, looks like my opponent is interested in going for a pawn. But by playing a move like this, guys, this was hanging. My opponent has two rooks attacking it. I have only a rook defending it. My opponent did not capture it. My opponent played this move, trying to say if I move my bishop now, they can capture here. But then I have this move. Then I have this move. Now I'm staying away from the pin. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. Wow. 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 And this pawn is not falling. So it looks like I'm back in the game. Rapid chess game. Welcome to the channel. Happy to see you here. Now opponent has to move this. If you sack here, I'm just going to capture here. And if you capture here, I just create a law for my king. I have no issues. I have absolutely no issues. Wow. Opponent is beating himself up right now. Opponent is like, what did I just do? What did I just miss? How can someone at 2-1 overlook this? I am also 2-1 and I missed it, so it happens. It happens, it happens. 2-1s are not grandmasters, and 2-1 still makes mistake. That's the mistake. That's the mistake you guys are making, I guess. I think 2-1s can't make mistake. 2-1s as just they can blunder just like you. Just like you, 2-1s can make blunders. Just not very often. Just not very often. And my goodness. Opponent's piece. Opponent's piece. Stop hitting me, evil piece. I do not like what my pieces are doing here. They do not seem to have any future there. I reroute this somewhere here. Let's say I play a move like this and try to reroute it here. Maybe I should have just gone here, but my opponent has this move. Alright, let's go here. This square I really want to keep defended, or we want to keep this square defended. My opponent wants to infiltrate this way. My queen here is feeling very awkward. That's a very awkward queen. Look at that, guys. These guys. A move like this comes to mind. Guess what? My opponent hits me with this and it's GG's. It's just GG's. The guy has the initiative for real. Even though material is equal, look at my pieces. My pieces are not so active. The rooks also connected. Pieces are not so active. How do I really win this game? I'm not seeing how I win this game. My queen is not the happiest queen on the board. Queen is not the happiest queen on the board. I want to be active. I want to go for activity. Oh, I thought I just blundered, but if I capture here, the queen lands a check here and I should be able to move here. I want activity, bro. Give me some activity. Opponent wants to trap me. Bro, do not trap me, guys. What do we really have here? What do we really have here? Opponent wants to trap me and I see it coming. I really don't want to get trapped. Opponent wants to play a move like this. Pushing pawns on his king side. Not the best move to be playing, but opponent is playing it. How do I punish it? Doesn't look like there's a clear way to punish it at the moment. This bishop now is not really participating in the game, but maybe I can play a move like this and try to bring the bishop into the game. Oh my god, opponent is saying I should win an end game. And I'm saying, bro, my queen is infiltrating. But is that really correct? Is that correct? Is my queen infiltrating? Yes, I think so. Let's see what my opponent comes up with now. Opponent really wants a queen trade. Opponent wants a queen trade badly. Do I go for a draw here? Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. What am I thinking? What was I doing? My god, I was trying to win this game. I just went for that check. Guys, I messed up really bad. I was trying to win by all means. Okay. Bro is playing so aggressively, I guess. I wish I can win this pawn, but for now, I'm not winning it. But I need to create a pass pawn of my own.